I was just watching a video from one of my favorite creators on TikTok who I'm honored to have as a Facebook friend, and that would be the Devil Doc. Um, he was talking about depression and how insidious it is. It starts off so small. Like, I need to shave. I don't feel like it. I don't wanna. And then at the same time, you might be thinking, who am I trying to impress? Like, why am I doing this? For women, it would be like, why do I need to shave my legs? I'm gonna bleed all over the place. I'm gonna get nicks. It's just like, bleh. Who am I trying to impress? Even if you have somebody, it's just kind of like, eh. And then there's the domino effect of things. That if you stop caring about your appearance, you stop caring about going to the gym, you stop caring about what you put in your body, and you might gain weight when you're trying to lose weight. And that's really going to help your self-esteem if you're trying to lose weight, is to gain weight. That's not muscle. Some people, when they get depressed, they get real skinny and they look sick. People see it, but they don't really say anything about it. And there are 3 things that don't keep when you have a house: dishes, laundry, and trash. You know, you can put off a lot of things for a couple of days, but every time you look at it, you just go, ugh, I need to do dishes. Ugh, I need to take out the trash. It's one more day. Part of my depression has been, how many days can I stay in the house without going anywhere? Like it's a flex, when it's actually, I just don't want to go anywhere. I just want to curl up in my bed and stay in the land of Nod, where I control everything, where I'm not scared, I'm not depressed, I'm not insecure. And then I wake up and there's just nobody. Like, I've got people. I have a good support system. I am incredibly grateful of the things that I do have. But when you're depressed, you think about the things you don't have. You think about the things that other people have. You think about how you get one step forward and then you're just pulled 2 steps back. And life is so unfair. You can take the meds. You can go to therapy. But those things don't necessarily pull you out. People don't always know what to do to help you pull yourself out, because that's basically what it takes. You have to crawl out of that. You have to do it. One of the things he didn't talk about is the fight itself. That it comes back. You know, every bit of joy you can pull out of this life. And for everybody on this planet, it can't rain all the time. You have to have rain to appreciate the sunshine. For somebody with depression, we know the sunny days come with a price. And he did say something about that, but what he didn't talk about was when you've been battling it for decades. You've spent decades going through these phases of being down and knowing no one's coming to save you. You decide. And you have to have the strength to do it. And depression zaps you of that strength. And if you are unfortunate enough to also suffer from seasonal affective disorder, The big empty is coming the same time every year, and there ain't a dang thing you can do about it. It's coming. And you dread it, and that makes you even more depressed or anxious, because in 20, almost 30 years of suffering from depression, I haven't figured out how to conquer the big empty. That's what I call the seasonal affective disorder, the big empty, where, like you're dealing with the dysthymia, which the dysthymia, oh geez, on top of the melancholy that depression brings, the lack of energy it causes, then you've got I'm not enjoying TV. I don't feel like listening to music. I'm so incredibly bored, and nothing that brings me joy, typically, is bringing me joy. And that makes the depression even freaking worse, because you, at that point where the things that normally make you feel good, like laying in a hot bath, listening to music, going for a drive, dancing, like I don't dance in front of people, but, seeing a cat, like normally I'll roll around and even if nobody's with me, I'll go, kitty, rabbit, squirrel, geese. When those things don't bring you joy, when those things are just like, oh, geese, it's even worse. Because what do? What little bit of sunshine are you grabbing from the world? It is barring you from experiencing the tiniest joy that the day can give you. And there's nothing you can do about it except keep moving forward. Try to give yourself something to do that makes you feel like you did at least one thing. And of course, depression doesn't come by itself. It typically brings its friends. It'll bring other friends. And if you're lucky enough, you get ADHD and you had like a crappy childhood, or you've been to war and experienced you've got PTSD on top of it, or complex PTSD, or a million other things that could be wrong with you, that when they're not in balance, they make the depression worse. And the only thing you can do, the only way out, is through. And if you know somebody with depression and they've been battling it for years, because trust me, it's a freaking battle, you need to give them props. That is a strong person if they are still here, if they are still trying to live, if they're still showing up. That's a freaking warrior. And I don't just say this because I have it. I say this because I know what it takes. A lot of the things that we deal with getting out of bed, most people wouldn't bother to get out of bed for. The things we can't do versus what we actually do on any given day. The fact that we keep going knowing that it's going to come back. Just like the cat you feed. It'll come back. But we keep going. Look at that person. That person is strong, not weak.